Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about gerund and infinitives. First of all, what is gerund? A gerund is a noun made from a verb by adding ing. It can be used in different ways, as part of a noun, as a verb, or an adjective. When the ing is used as a noun, it is called a gerund. Let's look at the examples. Running can be dangerous. The word running as a noun or a gerund treating running as a kind of sports. The second example, Mike is running to catch the bus. The word running is a verb in the present continuous tense. And the last example, most homes in Hong Kong have running water. The word running as an adjective describing the motion of water. There are different usage of gerund. The first usage of gerund is to replace the subject of the sentence, which means we put a gerund in front of the main verb. Let's look at the examples. Eating too much makes you fat. Swimming is my favorite sport. Smoking is bad for your health. From these examples, you will find that gerund is a verbal noun, which means a form of the verb used as a noun. We can not only use gerunds as the subjects, we can also use gerunds as the objects. Let's look at the examples. We all enjoy reading a good book. The nurse suggests eating more fruit. Do you like watching animated films? As you can see, if we use gerund as the objects, we put the gerund, that means the verb plus ing, after the main verb of the sentence. These are the common verbs followed by a gerund. You may pause the video and take a look. Also, gerund can be used after phrasal verbs, which means the verb plus preposition, such as apologize for, insist on, dreams of. After these phrasal verbs, we use the gerund making, taking, and being. These are some common verb plus preposition patterns. In these expressions, you have to pay attention to the phrase look forward to. To is a preposition instead of an infinitive form. Therefore, it can be followed by a gerund. Usage 4. Gerund can be used after adjective plus prepositions. For example, Mrs. Lee is good at cooking. I'm fond of riding a bicycle. Are you interested in drawing? After adjective plus prepositions, we use gerund. Cooking, writing, and drawing. These are some common adjective plus preposition patterns. You may just take a look. Usage 5. You can say how something is done or the method by using the preposition by plus ing form. Basically, you can say by is the preposition, so we will use a gerund after preposition. Also, you can see several ing forms together. For example, you can improve your English by studying your lessons, listening to English on the radio and TV, reading English books and newspapers, and speaking English with your friends and family. There are many other verbs followed by a gerund, such as can't help, can't stand, can't bear, and don't mind. We have talked a lot about gerund. Then, what is to infinitive? An infinitive usually begins with the word to and is followed by the base form of a verb. These are the verbs followed by the infinitive, not by the gerund. Let's look at the examples. They have agreed to get married next year. Don't pretend to be something that you are not. May promised to keep the secret from me. After the main verb, agreed, pretend, promised, we normally use to infinitive instead of gerund. If you want to talk about the negativeness, a negative form not to can be used. For instance, when we see each other, she always pretends not to know me. I promise not to say anything about it. It is our secret. Some verbs can be used with a question word like what, where, who, and how, plus the infinitive. Sometimes an object word is used before the infinitive. For instance, what to say, where to go, which station to get off. These words can also have an object and an infinitive. Moreover, let me show you some sentence patterns that are followed by to infinitive. The first pattern that I want to show you is adjective pattern. It is adjective plus to and then the infinitive. For example, it is difficult to understand what you mean. Or, it was nice to see you. One more sentence pattern. Subject plus verb plus object plus to or not to, and then the infinitive after certain verbs. For example, I want you to enjoy yourselves. She begged him not to go. The last part of this video is about bare infinitive. Bare infinitive is the infinitive form without to. You do not change the verbs after verbs with bare infinitives, such as let, make, and help. Examples. Will your mother let you go on the camping trip? The teacher made William clean the blackboard. When you see the verb let, made, or make, you don't need to change the verb after verbs. But with the verb help, you can use either the to infinitive or the bare infinitive after the indirect object. Using the to infinitive is more formal. But if you choose not to use the word to, you are still correct. So, till now, you may ask, when do I need to use gerund or infinitive? The basic difference is that the gerund refers to something that is more general, whereas the infinitive suggests a special occasion or a specific instance. These are the verbs which can be used either the gerund or the infinitive, depending on the meaning required. I have prepared some examples to show you the difference between using gerund or to infinitive. The first example is remember. If we use infinitive form, it means the future action. She remembered to visit her grandmother. That means she didn't forget to visit. If we use a gerund, that means a past event. She remembered visiting her grandmother. That means she had memories of this time. Another example, forget. If we use infinitive form, I forgot to meet him, which means I didn't meet him because I forgot to do it. If we use a gerund, I forgot meeting him, that means I don't have the memory of meeting him before. The last example, regret. If it is in infinitive form, I regret to tell you that we can't hire you, which means I'm telling you now and I'm sorry. If we use a gerund, I regret promising to help you, which means I'm sorry that I made a promise. Here is the end of the video. I hope you know what is gerund, to infinitive, and bare infinitive. Thank you for watching.